Meanwhile, Jules, Mauricio Pochettino returning to Spurs wasn't on our top 10 list of things we thought we'd be discussing this summer. And it's one of those things that you think, maybe it's an extra time question that someone's thrown in. But no, this is real news that might happen.
I don't think it might happen. It might happen. I think he's still pushing it a bit. I think Daniel Levy, who's, as we all know, actively looking for a new manager, and I think he's got in touch with a lot of people, a lot of managers have been offered to him as well, and he thought, hang on a minute, why not trying the guy who brought the most success at the club in the last 40 years or something? And I think it's fair. It's fair to try. I'm told again that it's Daniel Levy who'd been calling Mauricio Pochettino a lot, and Pochettino, it's always nice, I think, to be wanted. But even if it hasn't been perfect for him in those 6 months in Paris, I still think that he would be there next season. He's planning for next season. He's had a long meeting with Leonardo on Monday night about next season's squad and when they start the pre-season and who they play against and how they play, and planning all of that. I don't think you plan all of that if you don't want to be there next season. But he has only 1 year left on his contract. Maybe he wants an extension. Maybe he doesn't want that season. Anything is possible, always, of course. But I don't think it would make sense for Pochettino to go back to Spurs now with a team and a squad that is far weaker than when he took them to the Champions League final, for example, and especially if Harry Kane is likely to go and to move out of the club this summer. Pochettino going back to Spurs without Kane would not make any sense at all.
But this is weird, Jules, that we're even having this conversation as if there is a hint of a possibility that Pochettino might leave PSG, a team that he just joined, of course, halfway through a season. We saw in the odds as well, 2-1 to take over at Real Madrid, which is something we know that he wouldn't mind doing. So what's going on at PSG that this is even a conversation?
I think it's probably more the fact that he just has 1 year left on his contract. So if you're Real Madrid, you know that you will have to pay something, but not as much as 5 years. If you've got a long-term contract, whether you're a player or manager, it's far more expensive than you only have 6 months left or a year left on your contract. That's just pure logic. So maybe that's where it comes from. Maybe now that Real Madrid are looking for a manager, that Zidane has gone, which was not the case in January when Poch joined PSG. They're thinking, oh man, for 6 months we missed out of him, but let's still try to get him. I don't know if Real Madrid comes knocking. If you're Pochettino, can you refuse it? Like Carlo Ancelotti didn't feel like he could say no to Real Madrid, and that's why he said yes and left PSG after only 18 months in the job back then. Maybe Poch will feel the same. I don't know, but I certainly know that there's a lot of things that he lacks in Paris, but again, anything is possible.
Stephen.
It's hard to believe that Pochettino leaving PSG has got anything to do with money. Really? I mean, how much is enough? You know, he's probably got about 12, 15 million in the bank, maybe probably more.
Who hasn't?
And he's only just got to PSG. Why would he go back to Tottenham? He's not getting more money at Tottenham than he's getting at PSG. And actually, forget all that.
No.
Why is it about money? It can't be about money. There has to be a problem at PSG other than the salary the manager gets.
Is it just the point? Is it just this point? He took out 6 months and thought, this is terrible, I hate it here, get me out of here.
I don't think so. I mean, again, even if his relationship with Leonardo is not as good as he thought it would be, or they've got difference of opinions on certain players or position, but he was a key part in convincing Neymar to stay. He's a key part in the negotiation with Kylian Mbappe for Kylian Mbappe to stay and to convince him to stay. He's heavily involved in what they're going to do next season. So, I don't know. I don't think he's unhappy in Paris. Yeah, of course, not everything is perfect. The family is still here in London. His family, they haven't moved yet to Paris because of the pandemic and all of that. So, maybe that's a problem as well. He would like to be with his family again. I don't know. But I would find it really hard to believe that he wants to leave Paris to go back to Spurs right now with the project, like Stevie said, with the kind of project that Spurs have right now, which I'm not sure is even a project, and what he has currently in Paris with Mbappe and with Neymar and taking them to the semi-final of the Champions League this season. I would find it incredible. But yeah, maybe there's something we don't know. He's unhappy. I mean, on Tuesday morning, He put out. He went on holidays, and I think on Wednesday or Thursday he put out a photo of himself with a PSG T-shirt on social media, like if he was very happy at the club and things like that. So again, maybe that's PR and publicity and a spin-off. But I don't think he's that unhappy in Paris at all.
You know.
Yeah, and he has a year left on his contract. He's got 1 year left.
Gab.
No manager at a club like Paris Saint-Germain wants to go into the season knowing that his contract is up at the end of the year.
Gab.
I think it's as simple as that.
Gab, listen, what we're talking about now, right? We're talking about all these clubs who if there's one thing that's going to happen definitely in the next 5 years, is this is going to get worse. Because clubs right now, no manager's going anywhere for any length of time.
Yeah.
Nobody. So why is a manager worried if he's only got a year left in his contract? It's not like he can say, well, if I don't go now, I might not get that job. Because all these jobs are going to be coming available, if not every 12 months, but at least every 24 months, the way things are. So any manager worth his salt, if they're sitting thinking, oh, I've only got 12 months left, they're in the wrong job.
Okay, we got to move on.
Right. It's about security, though. It's about leverage over Mbappe, over Neymar, over the job you're going to do in the next year. Even if that extra year just means they pay you extra compensation when they sack you, it's important to a lot of managers these days.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.